Good morning. Welcome back. It's story time. Are you guys ready? So today we are having breakfast. I have some beautiful smothered potatoes and some sausage and some cheese eggs. Yes, my favorite. This is my favorite breakfast. Anytime you want to make me happy, cook me this. And I have some beautiful strawberries and pineapples and a couple of graham crackers in here. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. And have some tea, some lemon tea. Well, let's get right into story time. Take a Heavenly Father, thank you for this food I'm about to receive for the nourishment of my body. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen, amen, amen. All right, let's get into story time. How is everybody doing? I hope you have your breakfast with you this morning or whenever you watch this video. Oh, I can't wait to take my first bite. And these potatoes have onions and bell pepper, some nice cheesy eggs. So, after I picked myself up off the ground, now, remember my mother, she worked 2 jobs, so this is all happening at like probably around 9-10 o'clock at night. I finally got the courage to take the leap out the window. So before I had jumped out the window, my mother kept a vase behind the couch, and she had all type of dollars and quarters and dimes. Like, this is where she just kept her little stash, I guess. So I had taken all the money that was in the vase because I needed money to get on the bus, and then I didn't know what my plan was at that moment. So I just wanted to make sure I had some money in my pocket so I wouldn't be sleeping outside. So now I am headed to the bus stop in East Oakland at nighttime on Bancroft. Now back then, we didn't have cell phones, and I had forgot to call anybody to see if I could come over and spend the night. So I said, well, I'm just going to head to North Oakland and go to the person who helped me get in this mess in the first place and see how he feels about everything. So I finally get to my destination and I go and knock on the door, and his sister answers the door. So I introduced myself to her and I asked, was he home? She said yes, he was there. She let me in. So I let him know, everything that happened, and at that point is when I discovered that he felt the same way that my mother did. He wanted me to have an abortion also. And that just was not in the plan book for me at all. So his sister, had intervened and asked me, what was going on and everything. So I kept it 100 with her. I told her what had happened, and I told her I left and I just needed someplace to stay until I figure it out. And she became my big sister. Mm, 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 mm. So good, you guys. Mm. So I literally became her shadow. Wherever she went, I went. She fed me. She made sure I was really, really good. Like, she bought me clothes. Everywhere she went, she did not leave me behind. And she did not let her brother say anything to me or tell me that I had to leave. Now, they lived in North Oakland, so their mom, she had a boyfriend. So their mom really stayed at the boyfriend's house a lot of the time. So his mother, Lord rest in peace, she didn't even know I was staying at her house. She didn't even know I was pregnant or anything. His other sister, she knew I was pregnant and she wasn't happy because he played football and, he had so much of his life he needed to live and trying to go to the pros or whatever. So he wasn't ready for no baby, which I wasn't ready for no baby either. But it was my situation. And there was no way that she was going anywhere. Like, I was having my child no matter what. And by this time I was already 4 or 5 months pregnant. There was no way in the world I was killing a fetus. Like, this was a baby, not an embryo, a whole baby. So I stayed there, I want to say maybe 2 weeks. I was there. Now, I was not in contact with my auntie. I was not in contact with nobody because calling my auntie was basically like calling my mother. Even though she was the one that I chilled with and I confided in and, we did everything together. When crisis like this, she turned into auntie mode. So there was no calling her. The last time I called her is when I found out that my grandfather was a federal agent. Because I called her, the phone was traced, tapped, and within 20 minutes, the whole house was surrounded. But that's a whole nother story. So, can't trust her at this point, so I'm on my own. Until that fatal day where my baby daddy, mom, wants to come home all of a sudden. So his sister had been telling me we're going to have to tell my mother. I'm going to have to talk to her, especially if she sees you. She's going to want to know who you are and why you're here. So I said, okay. no problem. You know, we can do that. So the mom was home for a while, and so his sister took me downstairs. I'll never forget it. She was sitting on the couch, and I introduced myself to her, and his sister explained that I was pregnant, and that I had left home because my mom was trying to make me have an abortion. I'm too far. No, I just didn't want to do that. Plus, I'm too far along. So she said immediately, call that boy and tell him to bring his butt home. Then she was like, well, I have to call your mother. You're still, you know, underage. Let's call her and just see, you know, what's going on and how is it, you know, everything going. So the first conversation with my mom did not work out very well. My mama cussed from one end to the other. Mm. Favorite breakfast. This, guys. Okay. Mm-hmm. So she hung up the phone with my mom. They both just looked at me like, oh my goodness. They probably was thinking, I see why you had to leave. Because she not trying to hear nothing we talking about or nothing we saying. So I think it was like another week I stayed there, and then I ended up calling my mom myself. And my mom was just like, you know what, Latoya, whatever, go ahead and have your baby, but you need to come home. So I said, okay, no problem, I'll go home. So she was like, the only rule I have is that you must stay in school. You're going to go to school every single day. So I was like, okay, you know, no problem, I'll do that. And it just seemed like at that point in my life, my mother just released control. Like, I was then pretty much an adult. She really didn't ask me any more questions. I could leave by myself now, you know. As long as I went to school, I'm not gonna say she just didn't care, but I think she was trying to prevent me, excuse me, from getting pregnant. I think may have been her biggest fear. Now that I'm a grown woman and I have children, and plus I have daughters, so I know, and thank God I don't have no daughters that had any teenage pregnancies. So that is such a blessing, because, you know, sometimes people say it's a cycle, you know. My mother, she had me at 18. So then I had my child actually at 15. So I got pregnant when I was 14, and then I had her after my 15th birthday. So now I'm moved back home. And I'm staying with my mom and my little brother. I have a little brother. And everything is cool. I'm pregnant. She not stressing me. And it was funny because the first thing she would tell me when I came back home was like, don't ask me to do anything. I'm not buying nothing. All this stuff, talked all this mess, right? Come to find out, guess who threw me a baby shower? My mom at her house. So I knew she was somewhat happy. So I'll never forget the day my firstborn was born. It was a regular night. I had just got done eating. And I was like, oh, I feel funny. I'm about to go, take me a hot shower. Oh my goodness. As soon as I got in the shower, I felt something inside my stomach just pop. Like, instantly. So I jumped out the shower and I called for my mom, like, Mom. So she runs in. I'm like, something is wrong. Something's coming out of me. She was like, I think your water bag broke. So I get dressed and she gets dressed. So we walking out. We stayed in a duplex on 98th and D Street. We stayed right there on 98th and D. And this was 1992. So you know what was going on over there. And it was crazy because people was outside chilling on the block, just kicking it, whatever. And here I come out, big, my little bitty body with this big old belly. I was so skinny, you guys. And I had this big old tummy. So I go to get in the car. My mom was like, wait a minute. I'm like, what? What's wrong? She's like, I need to cover up my seats. I'm like, what? I'm having a baby and you worried about your seats? You ain't getting all that stuff on my seats. To this day, we still laugh about that. To this day, that is the funniest thing ever. And she was serious too. She ran back in the house. I'm standing outside, holding my stomach, rocking back and forth like, oh my God, it hurts, hurry up. She putting plastic all over her seats in her car. Finally, after she was done, she took me to the hospital. Yes. Everybody came. Actually, my grandfather, he came, and he actually has the birth on videotape. So, I love how, even though it was, I'm not going to say, it was an obstacle that me and my family went through, but we pretty much got through it. It seemed like at that moment, because I was having a baby at 15 now, and my whole family is there and still supporting me, So that was really, really amazing. I really didn't think that that was going to be the outcome, but it was. And I was just so grateful that everybody was able to get over the fact that I was so young. I was a baby myself. What did I know about raising a baby? It takes a village. It really does. And if you don't have that guidance to help you get through it, a lot of young girls get lost, and start doing things that they shouldn't do. And fortunately, I'm so blessed that that wasn't my situation. But it didn't stop the craziness. And didn't stop the craziness from happening. I've been concentrating on them. I love pineapples. Pineapple and strawberry and bananas are the best. In May 17th, 1992, my firstborn was born. And she was so beautiful. Oh my gosh. So beautiful. And that's when my journey of motherhood started. On May 17th. So good. And then like some nice warm tea to wash it all down. Well, this will conclude part 3 of story time. Do not forget, before you leave, if you have not subscribed, go ahead. Hit the bell on the side for your notifications. Like, comment, and share. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.